morning to everyone, and welcome to Northampton Memorial Library today. Today we have with us Sonjah Hawkins. Sonjah is a former resident of Jackson, North Carolina, right here in Northampton County. She is the daughter of the late Mr. and Mrs. Chester and Helen Hawkins, who were educators right here in Northampton County. Sonjah is a proud member of the class of 1982 Northampton County High School. So it is wonderful to have someone that was reared here, educated here, and now bringing knowledge back to Northampton County through the way of her book and her CD. Sonjah currently resides in California. Her principal instruments, if anybody knows anything about Sonjah, she's always been into the music. So the principal instruments are the piano and the clarinet. But she does play the basics on most instruments. She has her undergraduate degree from Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts. Sonjah is a music teacher. She has a master's degree from California State Dominguez Hills, Carson, California. She enjoys writing music and arranging music as well. Not only does she like music, but she enjoys writing poetry. So we are very fortunate to have her here today. Sonjah is full of energy. She encourages her students, and she enjoys life, and she does not take life for granted. Okay? So we're going to introduce to you Sonjah Hawkins, who is the author of her new book, Sonjessence. Sonjah Hawkins, my friend and place.
Well, first of all, I'd like to really thank the Northampton Memorial Library for allowing me to be here. My wonderful friend Lily, when I told, we're friends on Facebook and everything, and she was like, well, when you come in town, you should do a book signing. I was like, oh, okay. And it's like she gave me all the information, and she set everything up, so I really appreciate you, Lily, as far as giving the idea, because I was still kind of in my COVID mindset as far as everything, and hadn't really, I was just still trying to get the product out there. And so I can honestly say I have a new respect for a lot of different people, typesetters, as far as doing advertising, as far as it's so many different aspects as far as with, creating this book, but it has been definitely a journey. The oil painting here is done from my friend Dalton Ellis, and I gave him all the ideas, and I told him I've always enjoyed like Xena, the warrior princess, and all of these different strong, women that love their fighting and martial arts and everything. And so I see myself as this, even though I never had the abs, but it's always a work in progress to get the abs. So this is my alter ego here, because my alter ego has the six-pack. Yes. All right. And so I have this is my little cat Romeo down at the bottom, and then I have JC is on my shoulder. And if you look at the shield, you have the shield here. These are my parents, and so it's like little things that are in the portrait are very dear to me. Like I had on like my grandmother's ring, and I have some earrings from my aunt, and so it's just a few very sentimental things. So basically, the process of this book, I have been doing poetry for a long time. It's always been a dream of mine to create a poetry book, and I just said, hey, I'm going to do it. and one of my dear friends who is on the Zoom call, you can see him. He is he's fantabulous. He also is my a little inspiration. This is Professor Gates. He is standing by. He's going to be playing for you in a moment. He's like, pick a date. I'm like, I'm not. No, pick a date. You need to pick a date. I was like, okay. So he did encourage me to go ahead and pick a date. And he said, so when is the date? I said, well, I'm going to have my release date the weekend before my birthday. He's like, no, you need to have it the week after. I'm like, okay. So anyway, so my release date on this was May 8th. So this is really brand new. My birthday was on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So this was a goal. And so everybody has been so sweet to me as far as with the process. My friend, as far as, I call him my California nephew. It was my camera that we used, and then we did a photo shoot all in one day. And so I had Dalton Ellis. He was the he helped me create the storyboards based on what I wanted each chapter to have. And I mean, at one point I'm in 60 pounds of chainmail, you know, the armor that you put on like the knights and stuff. And they had to put it on me. I couldn't even get it off. But it was just a great experience. My friend Jabril Graves did the Photoshop, and so it's just been a process. But as far as the book itself, I did all the typesetting and all of that, and you know, it's a lot of work. It's like I give new respect, and the publishers were the printing company was so sweet to me. They're like, oh, I recommend you do this type of paper, so when you feel the book, you can feel how soft it is. So make sure that you do that. So I'm going to introduce my friend here, and we go way back. He is a professor at Virginia State, and we went to college together. This is Professor Gates, and I'm going to read a little bit about him. He is a native of Richmond, Virginia, and so he started off at Virginia State. Then he went to Berklee College of Music. That's where I got my undergrad from, and we met there. And we have, you know, kind of we didn't really keep in contact all these years, but recently, you know, he reached out, and so we've been communicating for the last couple of years. And he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you with your project." And then I have another friend that's going to be zooming in at the 1 o'clock show, and I also went to college with him. But it's just like, you know, some of my college classmates have just to say, hey, you know, let me help you with this project. And so I so appreciate this. And so Professor Gates is an amazing saxophonist, and you know, he has been doing a lot of Zoom calls. He has played with he is a serious heavy hitter. Because I'm gonna tell you some of the people that he's played with. He's played with, let's see, Jazz Messengers, Art Blakey, Dizzy Gillespie, Clark Terry, Walter Davis, Walter Bishop, The Temptations, Diana Reeves, Jimmy Combo. He has such a huge list. Roberta Flack, Marvin Gaye. He's got a picture on his website of him. You know, talking to Marvin Gaye, that's the kind of stuff is priceless. Larry Carlton Jr., Alex Bouillon, Terrence Blanchard, Delphio Marcellus, Billy Kilson, Patrice Rushen, Steve Wilson. You know, the list goes on. He's a heavy hitter. He doesn't play. It's like, you know, he's very serious. He's a serious professor with the jazz studies at Virginia State. And without further ado, I'm gonna let him play for you because he has other gigs and other engagements today, and so he's taking time out of his very busy schedule to do this. And he has a new CD out, and I do have that on the flyers as well. And his website is www.saxsmo.com. So his actual name is Professor James Saxsmo Gates, And he is also now, he and his father are in one of the museums. Gates, what's the name of the museum that is honoring you and your father?
It's the Black Museum in Richmond, Virginia.
All right, all right. So, without further ado, Professor Gates, if you want to say anything and tell him a little bit more about your CDs, he's got multiple CDs out, and he's phenomenal. And so I'm going to turn it over to him, and I'm going to go ahead and sign these books while you're listening, and I'm going to hand deliver them to you. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Professor Saxsmo.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this day is really belongs to Sonjah Hawkins, and we all need to make sure we give her all the praise because this is not an easy task to be able to go and complete. One of the things that I've learned in my musical journey, and that is you have to complete anything that you choose to want to do. You can't work on it, you have to complete it. And once you complete something, it teaches you a great deal about yourself. So, and I want to let you know, I got a book too. I got a book to let you know that I purchased it. I got it. And it's a blessing for me to be able to read it. And one thing about the book, that when you start reading it, before you can actually go to chapter 2 or chapter 3, it makes you want to be able to go and continue to read the same chapter over and over and over again. So please make sure you get your copy today. Sonjah said, I do have a new record out. And the record was a blessing because it was teaching me that through all of my records is now it's time to step out and do greater things. So now that's why the record is called Stepping Out. So please make sure you check out the website, www.saxsmo.com. But right now, today is the day for Miss Sonjah Hawkins. And she the one to pick this particular song that she wanted me to perform. So I'm not going to tell you the name of the song. I'm sure you're going to know what it is. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Sonjah, love you dearly, baby.
All right, thank you. Right back at you. All right. Woo! So again, he is everywhere. You can look him up. He is on. He's got his CDs available. You can check out his website. That's www.saxsmo.com. That's SAXSMO. And so you can check him out. You can get his CD. He's available for like Zoom parties and stuff too, if you can manage to get it in his schedule, because he's a full-time professor and he gigs full-time. He plays tennis. He just took on. He's like assistant coach of a girls tennis team at Virginia State. This man is always busy. So if you could fit it in, and so he had a gig last night. He's got a gig tonight. So again, thank you so much for taking the busy time out of your schedule. And I know you gotta go. But thank you again, and I will be talking with you later on.
Thank you so much again, Sonjah. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure all of your friends, all of your relatives, people that you work with, your people at your church, make sure that you make sure they get a copy of this book, not tomorrow, but today. Sonjah, thank you again. May God continue to bless you real good, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you. All right, so I've got a couple more books to do, and then I'm gonna read for you, because I think it'd just be fun. So basically what I did with the CD, I did I did the whole book, and I was like, okay, I also want it to be an audio book. And so when I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds so empty. So then I had to go back and write a song for everything. So it's about, in the book, it's about 78 poems. And so the first, so with the introduction and with the first chapter, that's mostly just like background sounds, so you can be like kind of warm and fuzzy and just relax if you know, because sometimes you might want to listen to the words, or you might just want to, you know, say, okay, I'm at the beach, I want to hear the waves. So that's the first part. And so I put this is the journey of Sonjah Hawk. So Sonjah Hawk is my stage name, and so all of my non-school stuff and all that is under Sonjah Hawk. But y'all know me as Sonjah Hawkins. I'll always be Sonjah Hawkins, so I didn't change my name. This is just my pen name. So, but it's been a journey. You know, just living life, you know, it's a journey. And so a lot of times, you know, I have wonderful friends that I've been their ear and so many times, and all of us just goes through so many changes. And for me, one of my outlets has always been just writing. And I got it from my mom. My mom is actually published. She has a one poem in a collection of poems. And I should have brought that with me. The book is in California. I didn't even think about it till that moment. So with basically each chapter has a different feel. I try to kind of just group everything together. And so you'll see that, you know, I have a whole bunch of different looks. People say, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite this? What's your favorite? It depends on my mood. And it's not that I'm a moody person. That's not it at all. It's basically, I know, I love Shaka Khan's song, Everybody's Got an Aura, because everybody does have an aura. And so to me, it's like, it's good to let your positive energy, you know, be an extension of you. You never know what that next person is going through. And so it's like, you know, I just wanted to be so thankful, because I am thankful. I'm thankful for all of you all. You know, I had some amazing parents, you know, oh my gosh, they're amazing. So, anyway, so basically, this first song is, well, not song, I'm calling them poetry and songs. I kind of interchanged them because I did do the background music. And my friend that's going to be signing in at 1 o'clock, he is going to be doing he has a new CD out too. I'm so blessed to have gone to Berklee College of Music. That in itself was just an amazing experience. Oh my gosh, it was like, yeah, I've met so many people all over the world, you know. It's like, and I did one trip to Aruba, and it was 3 people that I went to school with there. They treated me like a queen. I didn't take any public transportation. They're all music educators. And so they're just like, oh, can you do me a favor? I'm like, okay. Had me on the radio station in Aruba, you know, making my debut, helping him promote his thing. I was like, okay. Then he's like, will you do me another favor? I'm like, okay. And he had me on the local TV station. I was like, oh, so you just never know. But so that's the fun thing about doing what I do, and I feel very blessed. So this first one is called Sonjah in Thought.
Sonjah in Thought.
It's funny how life just passes us by, workaholic, and you don't even realize that you're not satisfied. Sometimes you just have to be still. Many times we just move too fast that we don't hear His will. So many times we take life for granted, we ramble, and we become disenchanted. I'm very guilty of overthinking. Sometimes my inner thoughts are just reeking, waiting for the opportunity to come out. I need to help more people. That's what life is really about. I sometimes welcome the sensation that I get with the presentation of starting something new and fresh. I just ain't interested in making a total mess. I have a small group of friends. I have many, many contacts. I've learned to say no and have no problem using contracts. I love to love. I love to be loved. When I'm feeling like this, it simulates flying like a dove. I sometimes wonder why I've had so many plunders. But I'm not going to dwell too long because life is like thunder. Thunder strikes can be dangerous. At the same time, it brings much needed rain. Life can be amazing, but we have to get rid of the pain. Even though time has passed, my dreams still last and last. Having it all is really very small. If you don't have someone to share it with, life may mean nothing at all. Keep praying and praying. Be specific and detailed. Keep believing even when it feels like life is derailed. Don't ever stop dreaming. Set your goals high. Very, very high. Live life to the fullest. Reach for the sky. Don't get discouraged. Just keep praying and staying in the Word. I know that it's tough, but keep your mind in flight and may it soar like a bird. So people were asking me, what is the CD? So basically the CD is, it has the background. I'm singing on it. I'm doing some 3 and 4 part harmony. I've got my little keyboard things. Now my keyboard friends are my musician friends. They play circles around me. I'm okay. I can hold my own, but they're like some real deal folks and play with heavy weights. I don't even try to, I'm like, hey, yes, you want to play one on my CD? Oh, thank you. That's what it is. And my sister just came in and got my girlfriend Regina. I'm like, y'all are awesome. And so, and just moving forward. So basically with the CD, it's a 2-disc CD, by the way. And so it has the background tracks on it, and it's got a whole bunch of fun things going on. And I'm gonna play some other stuff, but I wanted to take that moment and just read a little bit. But as I said, this is a PG-13 book. I'm letting you know, so nobody will have their lips stuck out and be like, what? I forewarned you. And, and so, it's fun. We all have the other side. We have, a lot of, it's a lot of innuendos and stuff. So that's why at my school, they're like, can we put it on the bookshelf? Absolutely not. You may not. So, but, and this is one. This one is not heavy, but this is kind of fun. This one is called Chocolate Covered Strawberries. Chocolate covered strawberries, yum. Come on over and give me some. I lust, crave, and yearn for them. I hear them citrusly calling my name from the cool storage container in which they lie, waiting for me to devour them. Ooh, as I'm playing and doing my thing, I can't wait to go home to taste that sinfully tasty treat. Its redness, plumpness, perfection. That's right, it just can't be beat. Try as I may, try as I might, I just can't resist those chocolate-covered berries all through the night. Berries over here, berries over where? Oh, damn, we can experience those berries over there. Those berries, I dream of you. I know that only a few can satisfy my craving, but I've come to know that the best berries are not worth saving, for only the worthy receiver of such a treat is for the immediate gratification of the elite. Chocolate-covered strawberries. So I have the different chapters. So once again, you all have different modes. So depending if you want to laugh, if you want to be a little more serious and all this is not meant to read all in one sitting. It's not that type of book. It's a book that you just kind of leave around. It's like, oh, let me read something fun. You might read a couple And like with your CD, I've had some of my friends with the CDs, they were like, "Oh, I love listening to it. It's like your voice relaxes me." And that was the purpose of it. It's supposed to be a relaxing thing. It's not supposed to make you upset. It might be I don't think it'll upset you, but it hopefully will make you think. And so that's the purpose. And so I'm gonna read one more, and I'm going to finish writing these. And it's so good. Thank you all again for coming out. This means a lot to me. And I didn't have, it's like my audio and stuff, and I don't have my CD player with me there. So it's like this is my very first book signing. So, you know, I have lots and lots and lots of room for, you know, improvement. So this one is kind of lightweight. This is, I can't put a limit on it. On my journey, I can't put a limit. If you can't understand, then don't be in it. I'm putting God first and myself second. For many people, this may be unpleasant. On my journey, I can't put a limit. It takes time for emotions to not be in it. I am only a human being. I am fragile, even though I have many ways of seeing. On my journey, I can't put a limit. I am not trying to be timid. The more others may push, the more vigilant I become. What is their motive? I don't have to succumb. So, to some, I may appear to just be numb. On my journey, I can't put a limit. Again, if you can't understand, don't resent it. Time passes quickly, but again, so slow. Through it all, I still have my glow. On my journey, I can't put a limit. I'm just speaking my mind because I don't need to defend it. I'm a queen. I do have the means. And yes, everything is as it seems. On my journey, I won't put a limit. And so, you know, I hope that this inspires you all. It's like, you know, so many times we are our own, we enable ourselves. And so it's like sometimes we put limitations. So don't put limitations. If it's something you want to do, do it. You know, it's like, it's okay. You don't have to get that person's permission unless you're under 16. Then you need to ask permission. But if you don't have to, ask the permission. You know, it's like, you know, take time, you know, do stuff for you. Because it's like, you know, one thing, and most of us, you know, we're so used to, you put everybody else first and you put yourself last. You can't do that, because if you empty yourself so much, you don't have nothing to give. So you got to make sure you're taking care of yourself, and especially all this craziness that we've been through. Take care of yourself, and then you have lots more to give. And it's like, and I can tell you, it's like when you have that light shining, people gravitate toward it. It's like when, you know, people are always negative stuff, you know, it's like, I'm gonna go the other way because I don't want that energy. And so, you know, just, you know, thank you again.